raining cats and dogs. I come out with an umbrella. And it was, it's raining cats and dogs, catadoxa. It's a paradox sometimes, you know. You have to break some dogmas. And, after being able to conceive an idea, I've just had such a hunger for tuna fish. I've been vegetarian or whatever that means for years. Just wanted to not eat anything that was alive, not any living animals or people. And so I just decided, okay, I'm grown up enough to know, let's just not eat animals. Just stick to vegetables and grain, fruit. But somehow, now I've kind of conceived my idea, or conceived the idea, an idea, and I'm happy with that idea. I kind of need to eat some tuna fish. And I was out walking the other day, I think yesterday, and I had a tin of tuna fish in my rucksack from my cats. And I got such a hunger, I thought, I'm just going to break my dogma. I'm just going to eat this tuna and see what happens to me. And I felt something had happened to me. I felt like I didn't really want to smoke anymore for a while, or not all the time. I didn't want to smoke. Smoking was a different type of dead connection with the dead, maybe. And now eating this tuna is a kind of a connection with the dead, And I'm thankful for the fish. Thanks for all the fish. There's the laws of the nature in its flesh. And when it tastes really good, it's for the right reason. Sometimes you have to break a dogma. They say if you're going to eat something, you eat the hell out of it. Brilliant. Just happy. When man-made laws fail, natural laws go ahead. Laws are regularities for our own protection. And there's just some regularities that make great sense, you can't break them. But to register the world, to make your own rules, And you have to be able to know how to break those rules, to test those rules. Because otherwise they just become dogmas, doctrines, like principles, which bring the highest of virtue. But then when you notice that you're just leaving your own nature for a moment, maybe it's just so good to break that for just one moment, not for a whole habit. I may never eat another tin of tuna again in my life, but I will never forbid myself from resisting that urge if what I've conceived is a good idea, that I should give it all my energy to make it work, all my heart, might and soul, and put everything into it, you know. There's components to life: death, birth, and what comes before birth is also death. It comes out of death into birth, into death, and round. Like the rain pours down, brings fertility to the land, and the land brings that fertility to life, and that life flows back into the ocean and up through the clouds. One leg sits on two legs. Or what was it? No, two legs. I can't remember. Nice little Tolkien riddle about cats and no legs sits on one leg. Two legs sits on three legs, and four legs gets some. The fish sits on the table, the man sits on the chair, on the three-legged stool, and the cat gets the fish. Fish has got no legs. Fish has no legs. Okay. Thanks a lot for joining me in this little feast of fish. And I love bananas and strawberries, fruit, so sweet. Makes everything else seem. This has just got like this salty, kind of attracting flavour. So, to deny that would be to deny being a part of nature. For me, I'm not saying everybody else should follow my ways. I just think it's interesting for myself to feel such an intense craving, and then actually just to break one of my own dogmas, to learn something, to see something. Okay. And even that it's just in a tin, not like fishing out to sea. I appreciate the amount of effort it's taken to bring this fish to my plate. All them wheels. And it's good, it tastes good. Maybe we can get it tasting better. Maybe we can treat the animals better and things. But just because the animals are being treated badly doesn't mean to say we shouldn't eat them. It's not the reason the animals are getting treated badly. It's because we're treating ourselves badly. We're coming up with bad ideas. We're not conceiving the right ideas. We're looking and not seeing. We look at a fish, but we should see life. We should see law. We should see where we all come from. That eternal 8, that figure of 8. And that 8 in German language is acht. Achtung, Achtung, immer Achtung, immer aufpassen, immer Achtung. Always looking, always observing, always seeing. Back into the sea. To go back into the sea and get the fish. So you can see further. Sometimes you can only see as far as your nose. Sometimes it's better to smell when you can only see as far as your nose, but sometimes it's good to see as far as you can see through space and time. And if you can take care of the people around you, even if it makes making small sacrifices to your own laws, your own rules, even if it means doing it in discretion, without having to tell anybody to justify your entire reasons for eating some fish. That almost, if they want to know and they're having some kind of moral high ground over nature, that they're coming between you and the nature and the principle that we eat what we are. And I think the animals have gone as crazy as us. We've become domesticated animals. It's like a zoo. But the fish in the water are kind of retained some level of connection to the original imprint of nature, to the original patent. And that seeing, it needs a light. It needs a light. And that needs to shine over our hearts, so we know with our hearts when to give and take life. But we know with our minds when we conceive ideas. Okay, I'll finish with tuna. See you later. Thanks a lot for watching, listening, and being here.